Hello everyone, and welcome back to Call Me Horror. I'm Boris, your guide through the darkest realms of terror. You survived our previous spine-chilling journeys, and now as the moon looms high in the sky, we embark on Volume 3 of our Scary Drive stories. Prepare yourselves for 3 terrifying tales that will keep you on the edge of your seats, and maybe even have you glancing twice at your rearview mirror before you dare to turn out the light. Now, for our first story, we enter a world of desolate roads and haunting secrets. Picture yourself driving through the depths of a mysterious forest, the trees whispering tales of the unknown. But beware, something sinister lurks in the shadows, and one unanticipated stop will lead our unsuspecting protagonist to a night of unimaginable horror. Story 1. I was a singer, and on that fateful night I was travelling with my team, my loyal companions, and my musical instruments. As we journeyed along a lonely road, we stumbled upon a secluded spot, where I decided to take a moment to smoke a cigarette. But as I stood there, out of the shadows, a mysterious woman appeared before us. She gazed at me with an otherworldly intensity, and inquired if I was indeed a singer. A curious tingling raced down my spine, but I affirmed her question and told her yes, we're singers. To my astonishment, she invited us to perform at a hotel late that night. Excitement and curiosity mingled within us, and we eagerly accepted her enigmatic offer. Following her lead, we ventured into the depths of the haunting woods. Our eyes widened in disbelief as a magnificent palace loomed before us, shrouded in ethereal beauty. Mesmerized, we followed the enigmatic woman, wondering if this was some surreal dream. She led us to a lavish room and encouraged us to rest the night, assuring us of a night to remember. As we settled, I couldn't shake the odd sensation that something wasn't quite right. But exhaustion took its toll, and soon we drifted into a restless sleep. When the midnight hour struck, we emerged with our musical instruments at the ready, eager to enthrall the mysterious audience that awaited. As I glanced around the crowd, I noticed something unsettling. A wave of shock washed over one of my team members, and his eyes widened in horror. Following his gaze, I saw what he saw. The woman who'd invited us had no feet. My mind couldn't process it, and I wondered if I was losing my sanity. The unsettling surprises didn't end there. As we began to play, I noticed that none of the audience members had feet either. Instead, they were suspended in mid-air, their bodies floating eerily. Fear gripped our hearts, and we exchanged knowing glances, each silently acknowledging this bizarre revelation. Nonetheless, we mustered our courage, determination, and professionalism, resolving to give the performance of our lives, despite the surreal audience before us. Throughout the show, we communicated through subtle glances, acknowledging the peculiarity of the situation. But we played on, mesmerizing the floating audience as if our lives depended on it. As the night wore on, the haunting music filled the palace, adding an eerie ambience to the already surreal scene. When the performance concluded, the woman, now revealing her ghostly nature, once again invited us to rest in the room until morning. Our instincts screamed to us to flee, to escape the haunting enchantment that surrounded us. Without a moment's hesitation, we ran as fast as our feet could carry us, back towards our car, not daring to look back. And when we finally gathered the courage to glance behind us, the heart-stopping sight that greeted us nearly caused us to collapse. The once majestic palace had vanished, leaving only barren darkness in its wake. Our instruments lay abandoned on the ground, a chilling reminder of the phantasmagorical encounter we just experienced. It was a night that etched itself into our memories forever. A night when reality blurred into the realm of the inexplicable. Before we delve into our next spine-tingling tale, let's take a moment to catch our breath. I must admit, the suspense is mounting, and I can feel your anticipation rising. So, sit back, but don't get too comfortable. Our second story awaits, and it's bound to send shivers down your spine. Story 2. Late at night, as I was driving alone, the darkness enveloping the road, I found myself on the journey back home. Suddenly, my eyes caught sight of a little child running towards my car. My instinct kicked in, and I applied the brakes, coming to a screeching halt. Concerned for the child's well-being, I stepped out the car, determined to lend a helping hand. The child stood there, tears streaming down their face in obvious distress. It became evident that he needed assistance, and so without hesitation, I scooped up the child in my arms and ventured into the nearby woods, searching for any sign of their parents. Guided by the child's directions, we arrived at a seemingly abandoned house, its decaying presence sending shivers down my spine. I couldn't help but wonder if anyone still resided within its eerie walls. To my surprise though, a woman emerged from the depths of the house, rushing towards us, her demeanour filled with relief. I took the child from my grasp, expressing her heartfelt gratitude for my help. Finally, she extended an invitation for me to enter the house. Intrigued yet cautious, I cautiously stepped inside, unaware of the dark secrets concealed within. As I entered the house, a chilling sight awaited me. A man lying motionless on the floor, his lifeblood staining the surroundings, a ghastly wound on his stomach revealing the horror he'd endured. Shock washed over me, and I recoiled in disbelief. How could this be? My heart raced as the woman's laughter filled the air, sending a chill down my spine. The door ominously closed behind me, sealing my fate within those haunted walls. I pleaded with her, begging to be spared, but her response sent a shiver through my soul. She taunted me, revealing that it was too late, for I'd witnessed the murder. The weight of that knowledge settled upon me like a suffocating darkness. Panic gripped me as she advanced towards me, her malevolent intent evident. Desperation consumed me, but fortune favoured my side. In a stroke of luck, my eyes caught sight of an open window nearby. Without a moment's hesitation, I leapt through it, propelled by sheer survival instinct. I raced towards my car, the adrenaline fueling my every step. In a frenzy, I fled from that accursed place, leaving behind the horrors that threatened to consume me. I can feel the suspense building, and I know you're craving more bone-chilling thrills. But fear not, we're almost there, and I promise the final story will leave you gasping for breath. Take a deep breath, my brave viewers, as we venture into more darkness. Story 3. It was a stormy night, and I was driving alone on a lonely country road. The rain was pouring down and the darkness felt suffocating. My GPS had stopped working, leaving me lost in the middle of nowhere. Through the rain-soaked windshield, I spotted a young woman walking alongside the road. She looked desperate, and despite my fears, I couldn't leave her stranded. Her name was Sarah, and she explained her car had broken down, leaving her wandering in search of help. As we drove, Sarah seemed uneasy, feeling like we were going in circles. The rain intensified, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Suddenly, my car sputtered and stopped, leaving us stranded in the storm. In the distance, we saw a faint light coming from an old, abandoned house. Reluctantly, we sought shelter inside. The atmosphere was heavy and foreboding. As we explored, I noticed a strange photograph of Sarah, with expressionless faces, raising my suspicion. The candles flickered out, plunging us into darkness. Panic set in as we heard whispers and felt unseen entities around us. We desperately tried to find an escape, but the house seemed to taunt us, like a malevolent force toying with its prey. Finally, we managed to run outside into the storm, hearts pounding as we fled the sinister abode. Although we survived, the horrors of that night will forever haunt our memories. The desolate road had led us to a nightmarish encounter beyond our understanding, a place best left untouched by mortal souls. Thank you for joining us on this hair-raising journey through the dark and eerie world of Scary Drive stories. We hope these spine-chilling tales left you on the edge of your seat. If you enjoyed the thrill and want more chilling content, don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to Call Me Horror so you never miss a terrifying tale. Stay brave, stay curious, and keep exploring the world of horror. Good night, if you dare. If you crave spine-tingling adventures and tales that make your heart race, Call Me Horror is the channel for you. Subscribe now and be a part of our horror family. Hit that like button and share our videos with fellow thrill seekers. Stay brave, and we'll see you in the next chilling episode.